Hey, hello everybody. This is Sid Hamid. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys see me? Yes, no. Bella, are we good? Jimmy, everything's good? Yes, no. Okay, so listen, what we're gonna do is we're gonna explain um, Brickfront Properties and Construction and who we are and what we've been involved in for the last 30 years. We're gonna talk about the market data as well, what's going on with the market and the trends and the actual inventory supply. We're going to talk about that, and also I'm going to show you some of the different ways that we work with different clients. If there are homeowners or investors or cash buyers, and we're going to show you some of our work that we have finished. We buy properties, we fix them, we sell them, and we're going to show you some of the work and talk about some of the deal flows. And we just want you to understand us and who we are. Been around for about 30 years. I'm Sid Hamid. Been with a home inspector for almost like 27 years. Got my real estate license early back in the late 80s, early 90s. Then from there I got involved in the mortgage industry, and then I started been doing construction work on the side, and then I got full time in construction and buying and fixing homes. I used to work with a couple of companies, and I learned from them at a young age. And then as I got my brokerage, I had hired a whole bunch of realtors that came and worked for us, and we were showing them how to basically analyze deals, how to look at deals, how to look at the plumbing, how to look at electrical, and how to become like a mini home inspector. So when they were out there in the marketplace and doing an evaluation on the subject property, because some of these properties need 50,000, some need 100,000. Depends on your ARV and stuff. So we're going to show you some of our work. We do electrical, plumbing. We build houses. We pretty much do everything, and doing it for a long time. We have a big team. So we got a team of master electricians, plumbers, roofers, HVAC guys, duct guys, carpenters, concrete guys. So I got a database of 1,000 people in my phone, going back 15, 20 years of some of these guys that I work with. The thing about the contractors, let me just touch on that, right? So as a contractor, when you're hiring a contractor, right, you want to, one, definitely get referrals. That's number one. Number two, you want to make sure that the person, like the plumber, like Julio is my plumber. He's a master plumber. So Julio, look at some of his work, go to some of his projects, and test them out. You got to test out some of these guys for 2-3 times until you could find a good one. Because every construction company or person is not 100%, and it does take time. I've been doing this for a long time. I had to fire a lot of people, and then rehired the team. But to get good guys, to get a good team, it does take time, and you got to be patient. But now the key is to pay everybody on time, and then pay them properly, right? So my master electricians and roofers, they get a higher amount. My junior guys get a different amount. The guys that do the cleanup, they get a different amount, and you got to be able to do that. So hey, this is a project that we're currently working on right now. Like I took these pictures yesterday, So this is a client that we are. It's down in Germantown, Summer Oak. He has his property. He lives in California, and he's an out-of-state owner, and he wants to basically get it together and get the retail value, the top value, and then either going to sell it or refinance it, pull the equity out, and go buy another property. So a lot of times, we work with homeowners. They got a great property in a good location, but the house is just aged. They haven't done anything in the last 10, 15 years. And, we're a value add real estate company. We're a value add. So we come in, we add the value to your property to increase the yield so you can get the highest amount of money, and it'll sell a lot faster, right? So we'll show you basically how to do that. We've done just here's some of our probably a few that we've done in DC. We had bought this house for you guys can look it up on the tax records, and we renovated it and then sold it pretty quickly. Okay, so and then we have a design team. So I have two ladies that will help when I need them to come in and say, hey, what can we do with the space? What's the color theme? And they're professional designers and been doing it for years. And they'll guide me. Hey, let's put some wall sconces here. Let's put some shelves and cabinets here. They'll guide me through the process. So it's not just me. Over the last 30 years, we built a pretty decent size, almost 35, 40 people team. So as I need different people, different things, an architect, somebody to do my drawings, somebody to run my permits, an expediter, somebody to go meet the Pepco company to let them in to turn on the utilities, like a runner. We have runners and stuff. They will go run and do things. But this is a project that we did. And so what we're going to show you guys today is, by us adding value, if you are a homeowner and you want to look to sell at the top dollar in the fastest day, like 15, 20, 30 days, we'll help you renovate the property and sell that for you. And, we are a construction company first and real estate investors. We've been buying and fixing up and selling homes for years. We started in Virginia and Springfield, Virginia, to be exact. Then went to Woodbridge and Newington and Lorton, Manassas and Chantilly and all that. So then went to DC and all that. So we've been in the DMV area for a long time. This is a project in Rockville, Maryland that we bought, and it's about to hit the market. And probably next week, I got the staging people coming on Tuesday. The deck's going to be finished. Basically, tomorrow is Friday. So between Monday, the deck's going to be finished, and then we'll get everything painted. And then the staging people are going to come put the furniture on the deck. This property is going to be on the market by no later than next Thursday or Friday. So we're in the business. We actually do this ourselves. This is how we feed, our families. This is how we pay our bills. We buy homes, we fix them, we sell them. We work with realtors. We work directly with homeowners. We work with a lot of cash investors that have a 401k plan or retirement plan, and they have liquid capital, and they want a 10% return on their money with the asset-backed security. We do that. So today we're going to talk about, how some of the things that I do, and when I'm looking at data, when I'm looking at research, like how am I looking at the data? How am I looking at research to determine, hey, this is something I want to buy in this neighborhood? Because every deal is not a deal, and every property is not a good property. So I'll show you what I do and how I look at things, and then how I'm looking at the Bright MLS and how my running numbers. And now the market has shifted, in the last 3 years. So the mortgage rates started to go up in 2022, and then they went up to like almost 6%. And then 23, they went up to almost 7%. And then 24, they've come down a little bit. Now they're around the 6.5 to 6.62% 30-year mortgage. So when the mortgage went up in 22, that caused a big problem in the market. And, we got stuck with the market, and the days on the market went up. And a lot of buyers, got scared. They were like, well, I'm not, paying 6-7% because the markets, the prices had come down to 2.5. to 4% mortgage rate, in the first 2 years, prior to that 22. So people got used to the 2, 3, 4%. The rates jumped up, the market froze. The sellers didn't want to sell because they got a great rate. The buyers didn't want to buy because the rates were too high. There was a lot of uncertainty in the market. So it caused this buffer. But also there's a huge shortage in the market for housing as well in this particular area, DC, Maryland, and Virginia. So right now, the market is pretty good. 2025 is pretty good. We're in Q2, the beginning of Q2 right now. So they're saying Q2 and Q3 and Q4 of this year, the next 6 to 9 months, we should be consistent. We should be stable. We'll see a little bit of a pattern, but there's a lot more listings coming out. I think people are now, with the Trump administration and the government cleanup and firing people, doing whatever they're doing, all that craziness. I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. I can't control it, so I just worry about what I can control. So the market is shifting. There's a lot of uncertainty in the market right now. People are scared, and then with the tariffs kicking in last week, prices are going up. Lumber, housing, materials, metals going up, aluminum's going up. So there's going to be a shift. But again, you got bills, I got bills, we all got bills. We just got to focus on how to keep making money, how to keep moving forward, regardless of what's going on in the market, right? So my thing is, every day's a new day, every day's a new beginning, it's a new start. You just got to get out there and do it. Thank the Lord for waking you up, giving you more time, and grind and work and just be consistent, and have some sort of plan, have some sort of, time blocking. I'm going to do this from 8 to 10, take a break from 11 to 12. I'm going to do this, take a break, have a schedule, have a calendar, be precise with your time, be very clear, have a clear purpose, have very clear intentions on what you would like to achieve by the end of the day when you surrender, and then you let go and you release it. But those are different things that in terms of mindset, you have to understand. So, all right, this particular client here, the way this came about was, like I said, he's in California, and the property is in Germantown, Maryland, and he wanted to sell it. So we have a call center in Nicaragua, and we have callers that make calls every single day, Monday through Friday, and we contacted this lead. It was an absentee, out-of-state owner, and we're like, hey, we'd like to make you an offer to buy your property. He investigated the company and researched us, and he was like, no, I want to rather partner with you guys. I want you guys to be my partner, help me fix it up, help me renovate it, help me get the most out of it, and then once I get the money out of this property, we'll go ahead and sell it. So I wanted to show him with a bright MLS. I did my report, and then I found a similar property that was the same square footage, right? The same exact square footage within the same distance. It was sold in 23, but it closed pretty quickly, less than 5 days, was on the market, had 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, same exact footprint, okay? So I found the same things, and I showed him. I said, look, here's a similar property in the same exact neighborhood, and here's what they did to their property to get they knocked down the wall, they opened things up, they put in the recessed lights, they didn't do the baseboards, but they did the kitchen and things like that. So I showed him. I said, here's what we could do with your property as well. Again, the client's in California, so I had to show them through Zoom calls and virtual meetings and stuff. But he saw the vision, and then so we got the job, and now we are in the middle of finishing up this project, and this is what it used to look like. Same exact footprint. So this is the kitchen before, and what we're doing is we're going to knock down, we're going to knock down this wall here in the dining room, in the kitchen, take this wall down, and open it up like I was showing you in the other picture. So we're going to bring in a lot of natural light from the back door to the kitchen windows by taking this wall down, okay, and then doing the recessed lights and doing the kitchen island. So this is how we work with a lot of clients. We show them what we could do for them. Again, because, doing this for over 30 years, we add value. We have a design team. We got guys and females that will do 2D renderings, 3D renderings to show you what your home could possibly look like. So if you're interested in looking to sell, one, we'll buy your house for cash if it's a deal or transaction. Or number two, if you want to work with us, we can fix your home for profit and get you the highest return and yield. And number three, if you're a realtor and you're looking to expand your knowledge and information in real estate and in this local area and understand how the market shifts and moves and how you should be running your data and, looking at your numbers and stuff, come join our team with EXP. I'm with EXP Realty. And, we'll show you on exactly what we do, how we do on a regular basis. Okay. So I just wanted to take the moment today to show you some of our work and who we are and what we do. Like I said, we are a construction company first, and then also show you guys like what's happening in the marketplace. So the mortgage interest rates, did a quick little chart. It hit right about almost, a little bit over 3% in 21. So some people got 2.5%. I know a lady got 2.25%, and then it started going up, creeping up here. So we're right here now at the moment, right here, we're at flat. But look where they used to be, right? Look where they used to be. So it's come down quite a bit over the years. And, with Trump and his administration, they're trying to push the rates to come down. We'll see what's going to happen in the next meeting that the Fed chairman has. If it does come down, it's not going to come down a lot. So most likely for the rest of the year, we're going to be right around the same 6.5%, 6.25%, 6.375% rates is where we're going to be at. So the rates aren't going to come down too much. Now, I was looking at some of the inventory supply for PG County and DC. The supply and demand, the demand is getting high. There's a lot of buyers out there, but unfortunately, a lot of the buyers with the rates where they are, and now the buyers have to pay the buyer's agent commission and closing cost. So it's a little tough for the buyers, not all, but some. So that's having an impact on the market. Number two, buyers are very picky and finicky, and they want that perfect house for the cheapest price in the best neighborhood. So that, of course, takes time. And if you are a realtor, I don't work with buyers typically. I really don't. I work with sellers. I'm specialized in working with sellers to get the most amount of money for their properties is what I'm good at, and running numbers and negotiating and getting the transaction completed smoothly. That's what I'm good at. So I stay in my lane. But if you want to buy, we do have people on the EXP team that work with buyers. And if you do have a house that you want to possibly look at and say, hey, Sid, will you come out, meet me? I want to knock this wall down. I want to open up this kitchen. I want to, do these things. We could possibly talk about that. It's not something I do on a regular, but case by case. And I do charge a fee because, my time is everything that I got is my time. All right. So this particular house, like I said, we ran the comps. And what we like to do, guys, is we like to understand, and you can see the data, right? You can see the data right here. So this was in $132,000 in 1997. And then it looks like it changed hands Okay, so the previous buyer bought it in 2010 for $265. They fixed it up. And then they basically, this is the name of the company that bought it or the people, and then they sold it, right? So it was 2010, then 2023. They had it for 13 years. We look at that. We do look at the public records very carefully in terms of, one, what's the name of the legal subdivision, the tax assessment, what's the tax assessments, the square footage, the subdivision. We look at the history. Is this neighborhood going up in value? Is the neighborhood kind of stagnant? And, we don't invest in every single neighborhood. We like to be in neighborhoods where we know that the market is shifting and it's moving and the days on the market are low, right? So when we're looking at the data, we're looking at the on this column here, right? The days on the market. We want to make sure that they're not like 200 days, 50 days. Like this neighborhood, you could tell things move very fast, right? The CD, this is called collective days on the market. So they move very fast. So we want to be in a neighborhood where we'll buy at a discount, make sense, the numbers, we will add value, and then we will sell it quickly in a good neighborhood that moves. And then you can find these neighborhoods in Montgomery County, Prince George's County, Anne Arundel County, Howard County. Just know your market. If you're a realtor, learn how to use the Bright MLS, and you can get it all set up with the different functionalities. Does the house, have garage or no garage, or all these things? You can set this up as well. But this is how we run data. This is how we look at numbers. And then, like I said, we do have a call center in Nicaragua, and we are putting out literally, thousands of calls on a consistent, regular basis, and sending out emails and text messages. That's how we generate leads. And then we can show you guys on the tools, the systems, and the processes that we have in terms of what we do on a regular basis, if you're interested in that. Now, I am doing all of this stuff. I did a class last Thursday. I'm doing one today. For the next 4 or 5 weeks, I'm going to do a live event at the hotel, and it'll probably be in Bowie or Largo, Maryland. I'm trying to get all the logistics set up for that. So the live event, we're going to go in deep. So it'll be from like 10 a.m. to like 4, and it'll be a bar, and we'll do a happy hour from 4 to 6. We'll have some food, take it easy, relax, get to know each other, network, and just communicate. And then, you guys get to meet other local investors and developers and realtors in the area. So today, what I just want to do was to give you guys a quick, idea of where the market is, where the mortgage rates are. The DC housing market is still very slow. Actually, the market in DC is going up a little bit, but also a lot of people are leaving DC as well. So they have a choice, right? So if you're paying $1.2 million to $2.3 million, you could go to Chevy Chase, you could go to Bethesda, you could go to Annapolis, you could go to Fairfax. So the DC market is taking a little bit of a hit in some areas. I have not bought anything in DC. These were the last few properties that I did in DC, and this is just some of our work. And this is actually active for sale at the moment. We're selling this one, and the one in Rockville, Maryland, is going to be active for sale. Next week, we're going to have that active as well. So so we're in the business. This is what we do every day. And if you guys are interested in learning from us and want to join our team and subscribe to us, we're going to be making a lot more videos, doing more classes on home inspection. We're going to be doing classes at the property where you can come walk the property, and you guys can do your own cost analysis. Hey, this is going to cost me $80,000. This is going to cost me $200,000. And then, it's just about learning and sharing the information with you guys. Here's another website that we have called DMV Probate Experts. We deal with a lot of probate transactions. We have some very good attorneys that we work with here in the local area. that been doing this for 15, 20 years. The one guy's been doing it for almost 32 years. And, we'll get the transaction. We'll help to make sure that the person, the PR that inherited the property, they go through a smooth process. But the big thing is taxes, right? Is how do you deal with the taxes when you do inherit a property, and then how to pay the least amount of taxes. And that's where, these attorneys we work with have helped a lot of our clients to save money on taxes and so on. Okay. We do have this other website called Local Washington, D.C. Construction. You could come here, look at some of our work for bathrooms and kitchens. And if you're interested in hiring us for a project, if you're a realtor and you have a client that wants work done, or if you're a homeowner that wants some, and we do luxury work. We're not the cheapest. I will tell you that we're not the cheapest. So if you're looking for inexpensive work, we're not the cheapest. We do design work, we do high-end good work, and so I'm just letting you know that. And then also, this is our website, Sell My House Fast Local. We buy homes as is, no obligation, no closing costs, and so we have multiple websites. And like I said, we work with sellers, and we work with a lot of realtors, investors, and cash, liquid cash investors that want to invest and get a return on their money. And we've been working with a couple of insurance companies when homes get on fire or get water damage. So we have worked with Allstate and Nationwide, and as well as this other company, Metropolitan, to rebuild homes, large projects. So we do a lot of work in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. We're local based, and I started in this business years ago because I didn't have a choice. And now I'm thankful and I'm grateful, and I continue to read and pay attention. I go to some networking events and learn from others. I continue to learn and grow. And so I'm going to be sharing information with you guys as I'm learning and adapting, because I'm part of a couple of mastermind groups also. And so you guys will get the benefit of that. And like I said, I'm looking to meet good people in the area, and we will be doing a live event coming up soon in the next probably 3 weeks, 2 weeks. Just trying to get all the logistics together with the hotel room and parking and all that. Make sure the equipment is there, the audio, the mic, the camera. So trying to get all that set up. So, hey, I'm Sid Hamid with Brickfront Properties and Construction. And if you like this information, great. Give us some good information. Give us a thumbs up. Like us. This is our second time doing this, and we're going to keep doing it. And now you guys tell us like what you're looking for from me, from the company, what kind of information we could provide you, and what kind of value that we could provide you. Because at the end of the day, Brickfront would not be around without our clients and homeowners that we're working with on a regular basis. So yeah, give us a call, send us a text message, make a comment, give us some subscribe to our channels. And I hope this information was good. And if you want different kinds of information and you want to learn about specific things, again, just send us a message, and then we'll talk it through, and we'll set up a call, and we'll have a deeper discussion. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. Enjoy your Thursday evening. I don't like doing long conversations because, our brain stops after 35 to 45 minutes anyway. So I just want to give you enough information to let you know who we are, what we do, and then kind of go from there. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. Take care. I stop sharing. Then I stop this.